Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, right. So we will start in a minute. Okay, I hope we can start. Let me share my screen. Okay, okay. So I think last session we were discussing regarding some of the file management uh, commands as well as directory. Uh, okay, so we know that how can you create a directory and how can you remove and all this stuff, right? Now, next thing would be, see, when it comes to Windows, if you want to open a folder, like if you want to go to a folder, what you do is just double click on it and you are just inside of it, correct? So in here, in Ada, in Linux, it's not like that. Of course, we know that we have to perform commands, right? Okay, see, currently, let's go ahead and create a directory. I hope you remember the directory, how to create a directory, and what's the command we used for that. Let's say I'm creating a directory known as fruits. Okay, see this. Okay, so I have the directory known as fruits. Now let's say I want to open this folder. What I want to do? I want to open this folder. Okay, so how will I open my folder or how can I go to that folder? Okay, so there is this command known as cd, stands for change directory. Okay, change directory. So cd command is actually used for to go from one directory to another directory. So can anybody tell me in which directory I'm currently working?
Easy to use.
Easy to user directory. How did you understand it is easy to user directory? How did you understand? What? Atul, Gauri, how did you understand it is EC2 is a directory? No, the answer is right, okay? But how did you understand?
അതിൽ ആ ഫസ്റ്റ് സെക്ഷൻ EC2 യൂസർ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് IP അഡ്രസ്.
ഓക്കെ, ബട്ട് അതാണോ തീരുമാനിക്കുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾ ഏത് ഡയറക്ടറിയിലാന്നുള്ളത്?
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ PWD കൊടുത്താലും അറിയില്ല.
പക്ഷെ ഈ ഫസ്റ്റ് സെക്ഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് യൂസർ നെയിം അല്ലേ? ഏത് ഡയറക്ടറി ആണെന്ന് എങ്ങനെയാ മനസ്സിലായി?
PWD കൊടുത്തു.
PWD കൊടുക്കാം, പക്ഷെ ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ ഞാൻ PWD കൊടുക്കുന്നില്ല, അതിന് മുന്നേ യു സെഡ് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് EC2 user, right? EC2 user directory. So what is that one point that made you understand it is EC2 user directory? What was negation? What is this one? Negation means what? Negation is representing what?
Home directory.
Negation of. Others. Negation എന്തായിരുന്നു? Negation. What was negation? Nidul, Sabrina, tell me what is negation? We discussed, no? We discussed in the first session of Linux. Probably on Monday, if I'm not wrong, or Friday. Not Gauri. What was that negation? Okay, I mentioned user directory. Do you remember? Negation means user directory. You remember now? Anyone? Whatever here, whatever you see right after the IP address is actually a directory. Okay, that directory name. So instead of directory name, what I can see over here is negation. It's a symbol, it's a wildcard. So what is that wildcard is telling you? Wildcard is telling you that it is a user directory. So if it is a user directory, then what you have to do is you have to look at which user you're working as. Which user you're working as? You're working as EC2-user. So then what directory it will be? It will be EC2 user directory. Okay, so that's a, so if you do PWD, of course, you will get to know. Okay, but now can you, okay, let's say, okay, can anybody tell me in which directory I'm working right now? Directory, okay? Directory, not the user.
Root.
Root directory. How did you understand it is root directory now?
Hash.
Hash, okay, but directory, you know, I have talked about directory, not hash. Hash is actually mentioning that you're working as root user. Now I'm talking about directory.
Okay, ഇവിടെ root എന്നുള്ള root at IP address അല്ല.
Root at IP address ആണ്. അത് root user ആണ് represent ചെയ്യുന്നത്. See, എപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ നോക്കേണ്ടത് ഇവിടെയാണ് കേട്ടോ. അതായത് ഇവിടെ എന്താണെന്നുള്ളതാണ് നോക്കേണ്ടത്. ഇത് negation ആണോ? Negation എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്?
User directory.
User directory. Okay, user directory. So ഇതാണ് directory name കേട്ടോ. അപ്പൊ ഈ negation എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് user directory ആണ്. Okay, അപ്പൊ ഏത് user directory? അപ്പോഴാണ് നിങ്ങൾ user name നോക്കേണ്ടത്. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay, now, see, let me just show you something else. Okay, now what do you understand? In which directory are we right now?
Home directory.
Home. Which user you're working as?
Root user.
Root user. Now tell me, which directory you are right now?
User directory.
user directory. Who is the user?
Root.
Root. So which means what will be negation? Negation will become what? Negation, negation means user directory and you're working as root user. So negation will be at this moment. Which directory it will be?
User home directory.
Okay, come again. So here you can see negation, right? Negation. Negation means what? User directory. So look at who is the user. Root, right? So that means it is root directory, correct? Root user directory. Okay, now instead of root, you can see apple over here. Then negation means what it will be. See your negation. Okay, generally negation means what? User directory. And this negation is keep on gonna change when the username changes. You need to understand that point. So if currently if you are root user and you can see negation over here, then that means it is the root user directory. Then instead of root, you can see apple. Then what is negation will be? Corresponding to whatever the user you are working as, Apple user directory. Now, let's say you can see orange over here in the username. Then negation corresponds to what? Orange user directory.
Orange user.
Yeah, okay. You get that, right? Or still confusion? Anybody having still confusion over here? I think I have already explained you the prompt in the very first session of the Linux. What? Midul, Somchit, Maz, Basil, tell me.
ഇല്ല മനസ്സിലായി.
Manslai. Okay. But nobody is saying answers. What happened?
അല്ല ഞാനാ പറഞ്ഞത്.
Okay, you said? Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, fine. So, I will show you something, one command. Currently, you are an EC2 user, right? Now, I want to switch it to root user. Just like you do from your Windows also, you have an option, right? So, in Windows, you people know that you have to log out, then you have to log in as administrator. So, here you perform command for that if you want to switch it to root user. So, the command is sudo space su. So, sudo stands for super user do. Okay, that's a full form. SU means SU stands for switch user. So when I'm performing sudo SU, it is going to help me switch to the super user. Okay, so sudo SU enter. So now you're working as root user. Can you see that? Now let's see if you wanna go back to the EC2 user. What you can do? Just perform exit command so that you are back to EC2 user. Okay. So please note that down, okay? Sudo su. Okay, fine. So what did we create? We created a directory known as fruits. Okay, tell me again. What is which directory I'm working?
Fruits.
Which directory I'm working currently?
EC2 user.
Yeah, come on, with confidence.
EC2.
Yeah, EC2 user. You are an EC2 user. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, now I'm in EC2 user directory. Now I want to go to fruits directory. Okay, because when I was performing ls from my EC2 user directory, I can see there is a directory known as fruits inside my EC2 user. So I want to go there. In the sense I want to open my folder. That's what I'm meaning to say. So what am I doing over here is I'm changing my directory from one to another. So what is the command for it? cd. Where do you want to go? I want to go to fruits. So cd space the directory name enter. Okay, so what happened? The Directories got changed. And which directory I'm working currently?
Fruits directory.
Fruits. Okay. Now, if you perform PWD, you will know exactly where you are. So you're inside fruits. But where is fruits actually? It is inside?
EC2 user.
Okay. Where is EC2 user?
Home directory.
Home. Where is home?
In root.
Root. Okay. Fine. Again, let me create another directory known as, let's say, orange, let's say, kiwi, let's say, apple. Okay, I'm creating multiple directories. Okay, see? Okay, now I want to go to apple. Where am I right now? I'm in fruits. I want to go to apple. How can I go to apple? CD?
Apple.
Apple. Okay, so where are you right now?
Apple directory.
Apple directory. Now, if you do PWD, you will know where exactly right now. Okay, you're inside apple, but apple is actually inside fruits. So you can say fruits is a parent of apple. Can you say that? Yes, right? Then who is a parent of fruits?
EC2 user. Root.
EC2 user. Now, who is a parent of EC2 user?
Home.
Home. Who is a parent of home?
Root.
Root. Right? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. And can anybody tell me who is a parent of apple?
Fruits.
Fruits. Okay, what is the relationship fruits and apple has? When it comes to fruits, who is apple?
Child directory.
Child directory. How many child fruits has?
3.
3. Which are those?
Apple, kiwi, orange.
Okay. What's the relationship between apple and kiwi?
Subdirectory of root. Child directory of.
What's the relationship between apple and kiwi?
They both fall in the same directory.
They both?
Both in the same directory. Share the same root.
Yeah, they both have. Okay, who is a parent of kiwi?
Fruits.
Fruits. Who is a parent of apple?
Fruits.
Then what is the relationship between apple and kiwi?
So they both share the same parent.
Yeah. So what's the relation?
Siblings.
Siblings. Right. Okay, they are siblings to each other, right? If they are from the same parent, of course, obviously they are siblings. Right. Okay. Now I'm an apple. Okay, I want to go to kiwi. Do you think how can I go? Imagine the same system in Windows.
CD. Fruit slash.
Fruit
kiwi.
slash
Kiwi.
Kiwi. So if I perform CD fruit slash kiwi, okay, I'll perform it and show you. Okay, so just you will understand that. If I'm performing fruit slash kiwi, you're almost right. But when I'm performing CD fruit slash kiwi, first what they will do, they'll go to fruits. Okay, then only they'll go to kiwi, right? Okay, so they'll go to fruits. But where do they check whether they have a directory known as fruits? They'll check in the current directory. So is there any fruits directory inside Apple?
No.
Is
no,
there
no,
any?
No. No.
So what do you get? Will you be able to go? No, right?
No.
You can't.
So you need to use dot, CD dot.
Yeah. We have to go to the parent directory. Okay. So you are currently in a child directory known as Apple, which is a child of fruits. Okay. So you people know that from EC2 user directory, I came to fruits. So what is the relationship between EC2 user and fruits? Who is fruits to EC2 user? Child. Okay, so from parent directory to come to the child directory, we just performed just cd fruits. Then from fruits, we came to apple by performing cd hyphen apple. Now let's say if you have a directory known as A1 inside the apple, okay, you have a directory known as A1 inside the apple. So what do you do if you want to go there? You perform cd A1. Okay, so from parent directory to come to the child directory is very easy. Just perform cd along with the child directory name. As simple as that. Now let's go reverse. Okay, you want to go from your child directory to the parent directory. Back. Okay, fine. How can I go? There is a command known as cd space double dot. So this double dot is going to help you to go back to your parent directory. So if I perform cd dot dot, okay, from where am I performing this command? Which directory am I?
Present working directory.
Yeah, the directory in which directory?
A1.
What is the directory
A1.
name?
A1.
A1, right? So who is the parent of A1?
Apple.
Apple. Okay, so if I perform cd dot dot, it has to go to Apple, right? Okay, and there it is. Who is the parent of Apple?
Fruits.
Fruits. So if I perform cd dot dot, it
Fruits.
has to go to fruits, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now if I'm performing cd dot dot, can anybody tell me where it will go?
User, EC2 user.
EC2 user. Okay, now if I perform cd dot dot again, where it will go?
Home.
Home, obviously. And if I perform cd dot dot, where it will go?
Root.
Root. Now if I perform cd dot dot from here, do you think where it will go?
It will stay on root.
It will stay on root. Why?
Because it's the last directory.
It's a last directory, right? The root doesn't have any parent directory. Root is the directory, like root is the grandparent or whatever you say, the first human being. Okay. Fine. So there is no parent for root directory. Okay. So how did you understand how to come from your child directory to parent directory?
CD dot dot.
Yeah, cd dot dot. Okay. So from parent directory to come to the child directory, you just perform what? Just cd and the child directory name. Right. Okay. Now where are you right now? Which
EC2
directory?
user.
No, which directory currently you are? Where are you?
Root.
Where? Root. Now you want to go to home. How will you go to home?
CD home.
cd home. That's it. Yeah, correct. cd space home. You want to come to EC2 user directory. cd
EC2 user.
EC2 hyphen user. Okay. Okay. Now you want to come to fruits. So cd fruits. So can you see that? Okay, so this is how you can come from a parent directory to the child directory and from child directory to the parent directory. Okay, and for this is known as relative path. Okay, in the sense you're actually going to a parent directory, either a parent directory or a child directory, one at a time, right? Okay, that's what you're doing. So this is relative path.
Ma'am, does it
Okay.
have to be according to which has made, or we can just choose whichever directory we want to go in?
You can go to any directory, no problem. Okay, so if you want to go to any directory, let's say either it should be parent directory or child directory, obviously, then only you can go. So if you perform cd dot dot, of course, it will go to the parent directory of the current directory, right? Okay, so so you just have to look at the relation. See, look at here. From EC2 user directory, I came to fruits. So what is the relation? The relationship between these two are parent-child, direct parent-child. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about subchild, like I'm not talking about grandchild or anything of that sort. Direct child I'm talking about, okay? So when it comes to EC2 user, fruits is what? Child. When it comes to home, EC2 user is a child. When it comes to root, home is the child, right? There are so many other children also, but currently. So from where? From the parent, you're coming to child directly. Okay, fine. Now let's say, see, I'll just show you something. Let me go back to, so how many commands did you perform from root directory in order to reach to, let's say, Apple? Okay, you are currently in Apple. From root directory, you want to come to Apple. How many times you performed CD commands?
I think one
Only one?
from root to
From
Apple.
Yeah, from root directory, in order to reach to Apple, how many CD commands you perform? First, you perform the CD home, right? Yeah, in order to come to home, you perform CD home, correct?
Yeah.
Then from home, you perform CD EC2 user, correct?
Yeah.
Then what? CD fruits. Then CD apple. How many? How many commands did you perform? Four times, correct? Okay, fine. Thank God it was only the fourth child or fifth child. Okay, sorry, fourth, fifth grandson or whatever, subchild. So that's why it was easy. So from root directory, in order to come to Apple, you perform how many commands? 4 commands, 4 steps. Okay. So you're coming step by step by step. From parent, child, then again, it's like a step, one step at a time. Okay. And this is what exactly known as relative path. Okay. Relative path. So this is a little bit time consuming, right? Not complicated and all, it is time consuming. Okay. But let me tell you, from root directory, if you want to come to Apple, okay, and in a single command, okay, then at that time you have to use something known as absolute path. Okay, but it is nothing but, don't worry about the namings, okay, simple thing. So first you will go to home. Okay, so you're going to explain the path only. Okay, it's like you going to a particular location by asking people. So first the person is saying go there, then ask somebody else. Okay, so you will go to that particular area and ask somebody else. Okay, again, from the second stop, you'll go to the third stop. So then again, on the third stop, you'll ask somebody else. Rather than that, what if is one guy is telling you every path, like every path or every junction or anything that you have to go through from beginning to the end. Okay, just like your Google map. Same thing over here also. Okay, so here you have to explain the exact path where you want to go. So where you want to go? You want to go to home. What is there inside home? There is EC2 user, right? Okay, so there is EC2 user. Inside EC2 user, there is fruits. Inside fruits, there is apple. This is where I want to go. Okay, so I am telling to my prompt, hey, okay, hey, I want to go to home. Okay, so what they will check? They will check, where are you currently? Where are you currently? Of course, root directory. So is there any directory known as home inside root directory? Of course, yes. You want to confirm that? See, you can do an LS. Okay, see, there is a home directory, right? Okay, so what they will do? They'll go to home directory. Fine. Now inside home directory, there is EC2 user. So is there any EC2 user directory inside home? Yes, definitely. If you want, I can show you. See, there is EC2 user, right? Okay, fine. I can take you to the EC2 user, no problem. Okay, then where did we wanted to go? Fruits. But is there any directory known as fruits inside the EC2 user? Yes, there is. Okay, I will take you to, if there is existing, I will take you to fruits. Okay, then what is the next path that we mentioned? Apple, right? Okay, is there any Apple directory in your current directory? Sorry, Apple directory inside fruits? Yes, there is. Okay, then not problem. I'll take you. Okay, so this is what is happening when you perform the absolute path. Okay, I'll show you the absolute path once again because this is relative path because I wanted to show you the directories existing. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. CD space home slash EC2 user slash fruits slash apple. So what exactly am I doing over here? I'm saying please go to home. Inside home there is EC2 user. Inside EC2 user there is fruits. Inside fruits there is apple. And I want you to take you to the apple directory. Enter. Where am I?
Apple.
Apple. So this is what exactly. So mentioning the exact path of the directory. Okay. That is what exactly absolute path. That's it. Okay. So you know where it is. Okay. Understood? Fine. Okay.
ma'am.
Now can anybody tell me let's say I want to go to kiwi. So what is the relationship between apple and kiwi?
Siblings.
Siblings. Okay. So I am already in one child known as apple, but I want to go to kiwi. So can you tell me how can you go to kiwi logically?
Home EC2 user fruits kiwi.
Home EC2 user fruits kiwi. Okay. Is there any other way?
Yeah, come back to the previous one. Root,
Yeah.
parent,
CD.
then go back again to kiwi.
CD double dot, then again kiwi.
Yeah, CD double dot.
Then go
So
back
if you
to kiwi.
yeah, so if you perform CD double dot, what will happen, everybody?
We'll
Go to the previous
parent
directory.
Previous ano? Previous ano?
അല്ല ഇതിന്റെ parent directory.
Parent directory. Okay. Previous എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് is different. Okay. Previous is different and parent is different. Okay. So CD dot out will take you to the parent directory. Who is the parent of apple?
Fruits.
Fruits. Right. Okay. Now I am in the parent directory. Now what should I do? I want to go to kiwi, no?
CD kiwi.
CD space kiwi, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. But how many commands did I perform? In order to reach to my sibling, how many two commands I perform, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of this, I can club this together, right? Okay. So can I tell my prompt, hey, can you go to my parent directory? Okay, no problem. I can go to my parent directory. Okay. Then from my parent directory, if you find what was that? Orange. Did I create orange? Okay. And, orange is also sibling. So kiwi and orange are siblings, right? So can you go to my parent directory? Yes, I can go to your parent directory. Okay, so they'll go to parent directory, which is nothing but fruits. Okay. And once you reach it to my parent directory, can you go to orange? Okay, no problem. If there is an orange directory existing in your parent directory, I can go, no problem. So did we do that? Did we actually change our directory from one sibling to another sibling?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So by using absolute path. Okay, again, I want to go to apple. So cd dot dot apple. Will it take me?
Yes.
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 Okay, so what exactly the command is performing? The command is going to do what exactly?
We'll go to the parent and check if there is a child
Yeah.
called
Yes. We'll go to the parent directory and we'll check for the child directory whether apple is existing or not. If it is existing, it will go. Okay. Okay, now I will tell you something and just tell me whether this is gonna work or no, okay? Okay, where am I right now? I'm in Apple. And from Apple, I'm performing cd space home slash ECT user slash fruit slash kiwi. So do you think will this gonna take me to the kiwi directory or no? Just analyze it and tell me.
Can you come again?
See, I'm going to perform a command known as cd space home slash ECT user slash fruits slash kiwi. And where am I right now? I am in Apple. So my question is, if I perform this command, will I be able to switch it to kiwi or no?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Now I guess
Yes.
Okay. But what if I say no, it will not? What will be your justification?
You're giving full path anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm giving
Sorry,
full
sorry.
path.
Yeah. I mean, you are missing the route.
Yes.
I think.
Okay. I'm mixing the root, right? So what will happen if I perform this?
Error command
will
will
not
happen.
go.
Error will come, right? What will be the error?
Directory
There
not
is no directory as home.
There is no directory. Which directory?
Home.
Root directory.
Home, obviously. Yeah, we do start from first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have to look at this much actually. First itself, see, look at here, CD home. From where you're performing CD home? You're performing CD home from Apple. Is there any directory known as home inside Apple? No. So from there itself, you'll get an error saying that no such file or directory. So you might be wondering why it's giving me error, right? Okay, of course, we know that there is no home directory. We know home is not a child of Apple. Home is a child of who? Root. Correct. Okay, so if you mention slash before the home, of course. Okay, let's say you mention. Okay, so this is going to work.
Yes, this will work.
This will work. Only one thing I changed. What did I do? I just added a slash just before the home and it worked. Okay, you know why? Because there is this command known as cd space slash. Okay, what is slash, everybody?
root directory.
The root directory. What is cd?
Change
Current
directory.
directory.
Change directory. Where are you right now?
Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Root.
So you're in some directory. You don't know even where we are right now. Okay, let's say you don't know. Okay, you don't know. But no matter where you are, if you want to go to the root directory, you can perform this command, which is cd space slash. No matter where you are, okay? It doesn't matter. If you perform cd slash, you will be there in root directory. Okay, so that is the reason why when you're performing cd slash home, okay, slash home, then what will happen? From this command itself, first what they're doing, they're going to the root directory. After going to the root directory, then only they're checking whether the home directory is existing or not in the root directory. Understood? Okay, it's like you're going to home. Okay, I'll tell you once again, let's say. Okay, so the same thing, no, whatever I have performed over here, okay, I will show you in a relative path. Okay, see this. Did you understand? Look at here. I was there in Apple and I am at Kiwi. Okay, so I was at Apple before and I performed absolute path in order to be in Kiwi. I was in Apple and I performed relative path in order to get into Kiwi. Have you understand what exactly happened here? Okay, so what did they do? From Apple, they wanted to come to Kiwi. So instead of me doing the absolute path, I've just broken it down. Okay, just understand that. So what exactly this command is doing? First, they are changing their directory to root. Then from the root, they are changing the directory to home. Then from the home, they are changing the directory to EC2 user. From the EC2 user, they're changing the directory to fruits. From fruits, they're changing the directory to Kiwi. And there you are. Okay, so I just broken this particular absolute path for you. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so have you understood the difference between absolute path and relative path, everybody?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, now you know how to change it to a child directory. Now you know how to go to parent directory. Now you know how to go to root directory, right? Okay, now you know how can you go to siblings from one sibling, right? Okay. Shall I clear it? Are you writing down or something?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
When you did the absolute path, you did not add a slash at the end of Kiwi, but when you break it down, you added a slash. So like, is it
Okay, yeah,
necessary?
that's not a problem. Okay, so if you can see a slash at the end, on a single, let's talk about like a single, directory. Okay, so so currently, if I'm performing EC2 user over here, even if I'm not mentioning the slash at the end, it is still going to take. Okay, but it is a representation. Okay, so how do you differentiate? So you're writing down, okay, in your what do you call it as notebook? Okay, you are writing down AWS, ABCD, A1, A2, A3, and D1, D2, D3. Okay, you are writing down, and D1, D2, D3 is a directory. Okay, but you are writing, so you might have a black pen with you, and you are writing down everything with what? Black pen. Okay, now after 2 days, if you come back and check, will you understand which one is directory and which one is not a directory? Will you understand? Because everything we have written as, yeah, because in here, in the Linux shell over here, in order to understand which one is directory and which one is not a directory, there is a font color. Okay, white color and a blue color has been mentioned. Right. So whichever is blue color, you understand that it is directory, and whichever is white font, which is normal file. But in your not, how will you understand? Will you be able to understand after you checked your notes after 2 days?
No.
No. So that is where you add a slash at the end of the directory name so that you can differentiate your directory name and your file name separately. Okay. So whenever you write a file name, the file name will never end with what? A slash. But when you write a directory name, please use a slash at the end. Okay, so it is a recognition purposes. Understood? Okay, so did I add it manually? No, I didn't add it manually. I was using the tab command. Sorry, not command. What is that? Key. Okay, I told you, right, yesterday. Rather than you writing everything, if it is long name or something, what you can do? You can press tab. So automatically they return it. That's a standard. Okay, standard way of writing a directory name. But if I perform, okay, let's say, okay, at the end of the Apple, okay, I'm not giving a slash, okay? But is it still going to Apple? Yes, of course. Your shell is going to recognize, your directory name, even though if you don't mention that slash at the end of the name. It's okay. Okay, that's not a problem. So see this. In fruits, you have apple. So instead of me performing, okay, let's say CD apple. Is it going? Yes. CD apple and the slash. Is it going? Yes. Both does the same job. Understood? Okay, so the next time when you make a knot, okay, make sure you mention a slash at the end of the directory name, so that no matter what, after 10 days or 20 days, if you come back and check on your notes, you'll understand whichever is a normal file and whichever is a directory easily. Okay, so whichever is followed by a slash.
ഇപ്പൊ ആപ്പിളിന്റെ ഒരു ഉള്ളിലൊരു ഫയൽ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അപ്പൊ എങ്ങനെയാ അത് എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുക?
Yeah, you then at that time you mention apple slash whatever it is.
File name.
Yes, exactly. See this. Let me tell you. You're in fruits, okay? CD, apple. Inside apple there is A1, right? Do you remember? So you mentioned slash, okay? And you mention A1 because you wanted to now indicate what there's something inside A1. Sorry, there's something inside apple, which is A1, correct? I want to go there. Okay, see this. You're in A1 right now. Same thing you can see in Windows also, right? Okay, I can show you. See. Okay, look at here. Okay, so here I don't know. I always get confused with forward slash and backward slash. This is backward, right? Okay, maybe backward. So this is or this is forward. Okay, however, can you see this? This is all separated by a slash, correct? Okay, same thing. This is a path. A path is separated by a slash. Same here. The path is separated by a slash. Whenever you're mentioning whenever you want to mention a path, of course you should separate by a slash. If it is a single.
ഇപ്പൊ ഒരു PWD കമാൻഡ് കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ കിട്ടുന്ന താഴെ കാണിക്കുന്ന പാത്താണ് ആബ്സല്യൂട്ട് പാത്ത് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Okay, so this is the absolute path in which you can reach it to A1 no matter where you are. Okay, let's say you are somewhere. Okay, you don't know where you are. You want to come to A1. What you can perform? You can perform slash home, slash ECT user, slash fruits, slash apple, slash A1, and you will be here in A1. This is the absolute path for that. Okay, absolute path in the sense the exact location of that particular file. That's it. Okay. From the what do you call it as destination and source? Yeah, source from the source and to the destination. So source will always be what? Root directory, right? Okay, fine. Okay, now let me show you something. You're in A1, okay? If you perform cd ... what will happen?
Go to the parent directory.
Which is Apple. Okay, now tell me, what will happen if I perform a double dots, like a slash and a double dot again?
Fruits.
Go to fruits.
It will go to parent directory of
Apple.
Apple. Who is the parent directory of Apple?
Fruits.
Fruits, right? Okay. Again, I'm giving a slash and ... where I will reach.
ECT user.
ECT user. Again, I'm giving a ... where I will reach.
Home.
Exactly. Can you see that? Okay, so even in the parent directory, even if we are going to the parent directory, you can actually make use of these slashes, like separated by slashes, in order to jump to your grandparent or grandparent or, any parent that you want. Okay, so that's how you make use of absolute path. Okay, clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'll show you another small way or a short way to use with the cd command, because cd slash is going to take you where? No matter where you are, right?
Root directory.
Root.
It is going to take you to root directory, right? And cd ... is going to take you where?
Parent directory.
Parent directory. No matter where you are, if you perform cd ... from your current directory, it will take you to the parent directory of the current directory, correct? Okay, that's what it is going to do. Now we have something known as cd negation. What was negation, everybody?
Home directory.
Negation home ano?
home അല്ല, അതായത് ഈ end user
user directory, right?
yeah.
User directory. So cd negation means user directory. So I am performing cd negation from which user?
EC2 user.
Okay, meaning if I'm performing cd negation from EC2 user, then it is going to take me to which directory?
EC2 user directory.
Exactly. See that? Okay, see. So no matter where you are, no matter who you're working as, if you perform cd negation, you will end up in user directory. Okay, whichever user you are working. If you're working as Apple, okay, then your directory that you will be landing into will be Apple directory. If you're working as Orange, then if you perform cd negation, you will land up in Orange directory. Okay, I will show you one more thing. So sudo su. Now I'm performing cd negation. Do you think where I will reach?
Root.
Root directory. Correct. So do a pwd. Can you see that? There is a root directory inside the slash. Okay, so user directory for the root user. There you are. Okay, so if there is Apple, of course, cd negation means it is going to take you to the Apple directory. Understood? cd negation, understood? Okay, shall I clear this, or do you want to write? Tell me yes once done, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. Then, okay. Now where am I? I am in, okay, I'll introduce you another command, which is tree command, everybody. Okay, so if you perform tree command, I don't know, in some version it is available, in some version of the Linux is available, some version it is not. So sometimes it will show command not found, okay? So at that time, what you need to do is sudo. Okay, so sudo is a command for, administrator privileges. Sudo yum. Yum is a update manager that you use for installing something. And install is a command, of course, to install something from outside world. Okay, you have to use install command. And the command name is tree. Okay, so sudo yum install tree. Enter. So I'm installing tree command from the internet. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so they're asking, is this okay? Okay, so either I can respond with Y or N. So I'll respond with Y. So what exactly happened? I've successfully installed tree command in my system, in my machine. Now let me perform tree. Okay, so can you see that? So what is tree command? It's nothing but it's going to show you your directories and files or the content of the directory in tree-like manner. Okay, so this is very easy to understand, right? Okay, so what exactly this dot means? Dot means current directory. Okay, current directory means what? Where are you right now? Everybody. Where are you right now? From where you are performing tree command?
EC2 user.
EC2 user. From EC2 user, you're performing tree command. So EC2 user become the current directory. So that's what the dot is representing. Okay, dot is representing.
Install agana command on the
consider. Sudo yum install space sudo space yum space install space tree. Confirmation screen what you can do is, along with this particular command, give -y. Appa yes no nammal koduthille. Appa yes namukku already ഈ കമാൻഡിന്റെ ഇൻപുട്ടിൽ തന്നെ കൊടുക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് -y കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. അപ്പൊ അവിടെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യൂല, അഡീഷണൽ ആ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഒന്നും ചോദിക്കൂല. ജസ്റ്റ് യു ക്യാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ഇറ്റ് ഡയറക്ട്ലി. ഓക്കെണോ? -y.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, so you installed a command known as tree. So it is going to give you the content of a directory in a tree-like manner. So from this, you will easily understand that you have current directory, which is EC2 user, obviously. Inside that, there is a directory known as fruits. And inside fruits, we have apple, kiwi, and orange. Inside apple, we have A1. Okay, so it's very easy to understand also, right? Okay. Now, okay. So CD. So if I perform CD dot, do you think where I will be going? What is dot means, everybody? Dot means what? Single dot. Single dot എന്തായിരുന്നു ഒട്ടും പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ? Hello. Yeah.
Don't know.
Dot and single dot എന്തായിരുന്നു?
Change current working directory.
Change it to
Current working directory.
current working directory. Okay, so it is when you perform CD dot, what will happen is you are going to state in the same directory. Okay, that's what you're doing by performing CD dot. Okay, fine, leave it. Now see, I want to go to Apple directory in an absolute path. I don't want to use relative path. I want to use absolute path. How can I go to Apple directory, everybody? I'm an EC2 user directory and I want to go to Apple. So you need to understand where are you right now and where you want to go. So make a short path. From EC2 user directory, how can you go to Apple?
CD fruits.
CD
then
fruits
Apple
slash
Apple.
Apple. That's it. CD fruits slash Apple. Okay, fine. Now you're in Apple directory. I want to go to my previous working directory. What is previous working directory? Okay, just before you land in Apple, where did you work actually?
EC2 user.
EC2 user, correct? So that becomes my previous directory, yes or no? Okay, see this. You're in Apple. Let's say cd dot slash kiwi. Okay, I'm in kiwi right now. Can you tell me which is my previous directory?
Apple.
Apple. I'm in orange right now. Can you tell me which is the previous directory? Sorry, I'm in orange.
Kiwi.
Kiwi, right? Okay. So let's say if I want to go back to Kiwi, okay, which is my previous working directory. Kiwi is my previous working directory. So if I want to go back to my previous working directory, there is a command known as cd and hyphen or minus or whatever. Okay, cd space hyphen. So this hyphen is going to take you to where? Your previous worked directory, which is nothing but Kiwi. Okay, previously worked directory. Now if I perform cd hyphen again, can anybody tell me where I'll be going? Logically?
Apple.
Are you sure? Is it
No, orange.
orange? Because see, you performed a cd hyphen from where? from Orange. That's why you landed in Kiwi, right? Okay. So just before Kiwi, you worked in Orange. Okay. So I'm performing CD hyphen again. It will go to Orange. Now, if I'm performing CD hyphen, where it will go? Which is the previous directory that you worked just before Orange?
Kiwi.
Kiwi. Again, if I perform CD hyphen, what will happen?
Go back to Orange.
See? Okay, so it's talking about what? Just the previous directory. It will not go to the previous directory, okay? It will just go to the adjacent previous directory. That's it. Got it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Have you all understood CD command? Okay. Okay. Now I will perform a command, okay? Just tell me what exactly that command is doing, okay? mkdir mkdir let's say AWS, okay? mkdir AWS. What is mkdir AWS is going to do?
Make a directory.
It's going to create a directory named as AWS, correct? Okay. Now mkdir AWS/A1 AWS/A space AWS/B space AWS/C. What is this is going to do?
Create a
A1.
ABCD folders in AWS folder.
ABC folders inside the AWS, correct? Yes. So what am I doing? See, I could have done this in a different manner. Can anybody tell me how will I do if I want to? So I'm telling you, I'm telling you that I want to create a directory known as AWS, and I want to create a subfolders known as A, B, and C inside AWS. How would you do it if you didn't know this?
mkdir
Hmm.
AWS A space A
Yeah.
space B space C.
And mkdir
AWS space A.
Okay, let's talk about, let's say, this is very complicated. What's the name I will give? Let's say April. Okay, so let's say I want to create April directory. Inside April directory, I want to create subfolders known as Jan, Feb, and March. So what is the first thing that I should do?
Make a April directory.
Okay, I created April directory. Then
mkdir space A space B space C.
oh, if I perform that. Okay, so I said Jan and Feb. Okay, Jan, Feb, and March. So do you think will it get created inside the April? Okay, imagine in Windows. Okay, in Windows, I'm telling you, I want to create a directory known as April, or I want to create a folder known as April, and inside April, I want to create subfolder known as Jan, Feb, and March. How will you do it? Windows.
അതല്ല ഇപ്പോ ഇതുള്ളത് പ്രസന്റ്ലി ഉള്ളത് EC2 യൂസറിലല്ലേ അപ്പൊ ഏപ്രിലിൽ പോയിട്ട് വേണ്ടേ ജാനുവരിയും ഫെബ്രുവരി മാർച്ചും ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം.
Exactly. അതാണ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. Okay, so what you will do? Tell me.
CD April. Then make dir A space B.
Jan space Feb space March. Okay. So മനസ്സിലായോ? അതിന്റെ ഡിഫറൻസ് മനസ്സിലായോ? Okay. So if you had created this Jan, Feb, and March from EC2 user, then it will become Jan, Feb, and March will become the child of who? Child of
April.
EC2 user.
Yes.
Okay, at that time, if you perform that from there. But I said I want Jan, Feb, and March to be a child of April. So it is compulsory. You should switch it to April, then perform this command. Okay. But with this, okay, with this particular method, you don't really have to switch it to April in order to create a children's inside of April. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, see this. Okay. MKDIR, I already told you, right? Let's say MKDIR, April/December. What is this? What is this going to do? MKDIR, April/DEC. What is it going to do?
It's gonna create a directory inside April,
Which directory?
December.
December. So practically what we are doing, we are creating a child directory for April. From where? From EC2 user. Right? So are we switching to April to do that? No. Okay, do you want to see that? Do you want to see all these things that we have created? Can you see that? Inside April, there is December, February, Jan, and March. Inside AWS, there is A, B, C. Can you see that? Yes or no? So it is not mandatory. So switch to that directory in order to create a subdirectory inside. Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody said no or yes? I didn't hear that.
Said yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now see this. MKDIR. MKDIR Kannur. Okay. Kannur/TLY. So do you think this is going to get created or no?
Yeah, I think it's gonna create.
No?
It's going to create.
It is going to create, are you sure?
Yeah, ma'am.
Are you sure? Imagine in Windows. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am, there is no Kannur.
Yeah, there is no Kannur. How can you
Yeah.
create TLY inside Kannur if you don't
that-
have Kannur in directory?
Yeah.
Right? Same thing
Yeah.
in Windows also. I'm telling you, please go ahead and create a TLY folder in Kannur. So first you're gonna ask me where is Kannur, right? Yeah, that's Kannur. There's no Kannur. So of course you're gonna get what? No such file or directory. So what's the first thing you need to do? You need to
I
create a
thought,
directory.
The MKDIR gonna create Kannur first, then it's gonna create a TLY. That's why I said it's gonna create.
Yeah.
Thought
No
that.
problem. But there is
Yeah,
a way to it. Yes, I'll tell you. If you want to create this, there is a way. Okay, even though let's say Kannur is not existing, there is one small option that we use. Okay, that can make you create. Okay, let me show you that. MKDIR -P Kannur/TLY. TLY. This is going to create. What's the only difference? What's the only difference between the above command and the below command? What did I add extra?
P hyphen.
-P, right? Okay. So -P stands for like parent. Okay. It's like what exactly this is going to do is if you want to create a directory known as TLY and the Linux understood that there is no directory known as Kannur. Okay. So they understood that there is no Kannur, as parent. Okay. In order to create a child inside. So what they'll do? They will create a directory known as Kannur and they will make Kannur as parent directory and they will create TLY as child inside. So these things will happen. First they'll create Kannur and they'll make Kannur as parent directory and they'll create TLY inside the Kannur directory. Do you want to see it? Understood?
Yeah.
So even though the parent is not existing, you can still create. Okay, let me show you once again. mkdir hyphen p, p1 slash p2 slash p3. So is there any p1 directory existing?
No.
No.
Is there any p2?
No.
No.
No. So in order to create p3, at least you should have p2, right? In order to create p2, you want p1. Nothing is there. Okay, but this is still going to get created. Why is that?
Minus p.
Hyphen p. So there's a power for pi hyphen p. So what is hyphen p is doing? It's first, okay, first it will check whether p1 is existing. No. Okay, but the user is demanding want to create a p2 inside. Okay, so what they'll do? They'll create p1 and they'll create p2 inside.
Existent. Ipa p1 already indanga pinna adu create avule.
Yeah, p1 if p1 is already there, then p2 will get created. No problem. Okay, that's not a problem.
നമ്മളിപ്പോ in case minus p കൊടുത്തിട്ട് already ഇപ്പൊ p1 അവിടെ exist ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇത് create ആവോ?
Yeah, p1 existing ആണെങ്കിൽ കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. When you will use p hyphen p? When you don't have the parent directory existing. That's where you use. Okay. So if it's already existing, then that means you don't want to make anyone parent, right? It's already existing.
In case നമുക്ക് അറിയണ്ടായില്ല ആ ഡയറക്ടറി ഉണ്ടോന്ന് in case അറിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിലും
Madi create out, yeah. You can create out. See, what will happen? See, let me show you. mkdir, let's say d1 slash d2 slash d3. Okay. See if you perform like this, you can obviously get what? An error saying that there is no such file or directory. Okay. Fine. Now let's consider mkdir d1 und. Okay. I'm creating d1 slash d2 slash d3. What am I doing here? I'm creating d2 inside d1. Then what I'm doing inside d2, I'm creating d3. What's happening?
Okay.
I'm still getting error. Why is that? This command is going to fulfill itself. Fulfill our. Because why? Because d1 and d2 can be created. But how can I create d3 just before creating d2? No, that's not possible, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Understood the point? That's where you use my hyphen p. Okay. So if you have any confusion that whether you existing or not, use hyphen p. No problem in that then. Okay. Fine. Okay, great. Okay, so one more thing I will show you is, okay, so just tell me, I'm going to perform a command. Just tell me whether this is going to work or not, okay?
ഇതിന്റെ മുന്നേ പെർഫോം ചെയ്ത കമാൻഡ്സ് കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നും എടുക്കോ ഈ ട്രീ കൊടുത്തതിന്റെ മുകളിലുണ്ട്?
ഇതാണോ?
അതെ. Okay.
Okay, right? Okay, one more command we will wind up. Okay, I also already 650. I'm sorry. mkdir roots. So this is going to work or no? I'm not mentioning hyphen p. Okay, but I want to create what? A2 inside apple. Apple inside fruits.
It's gonna work because
it's gonna work. Why?
Fruits and apple already exist.
Already in the exactly. So fruits is existing. Apple is existing. So you can create A2, no problem. So just perform tree command and check. See, A2 is got created. Understood the point? So what did I do actually? I used the absolute path, in my commands actually. I used mkdir. Okay. And along with that, sorry, I used absolute path. Along with that, I use mkdir. I can tell you, I can show you something else as well. You know what is touch command is doing? What it is doing?
Create a file.
Create a file. Can anybody tell me what is this is going to do? Can anyone tell me? Look at the above, okay? Look at the above. What is this gonna do? Touch space aws/a/f1.
ഒരു F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ഫയൽ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും AWS Air ഉള്ളിൽ ഇൻസൈഡ്.
Exactly. So we have a directory known as AWS. Inside AWS, there is a directory known as A. Okay. And inside a normal file. Okay. A normal file will get created known as F1. Okay. Just perform 3 command and you will see it. See? Okay. So what did I do? I used absolute path with what? With the touch command. Can you use the same command in RM? Yes. Let's say you want to remove the same file which you created. Mention from here. Okay, so it's not mandatory. See, in case if you want to remove the F1, what you exactly had to do actually, if you didn't had a choice of using absolute path, first you need to go to AWS directory. Then you need to go to A directory. Then you need to perform RM space F1. Right? But when you have absolute path, do we really need to do that? No. You can remove or add or perform any command from anywhere if you know the path. No problem. So you're an EC2 user. From EC2 user, by being an EC2 user, you deleted a file in A, which is actually inside AWS. You understand my point? Yeah. So you created a file from EC2 user. Okay. You deleted also without going there. Understood? Everybody.
Yeah.
Confusion? Understood the point? So when you have absolute path with you, you don't need to really go inside and, you know, do the manual thing. You just can do it from anywhere. Okay, the same thing I can do it from my home directory also. Okay, do you want to see that? Okay, see. I'm in home, okay? I want to delete what? I want to delete D1. Where is D1? Inside the EC2 user, correct? Okay, so I'm deleting from here, okay, everybody? So rmdir is the command for removing directory that you all know. Okay, where is my D1? Inside the EC2 user. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm mentioning the exact path for it. I want to delete D1. Where is D1? EC2 user. So what am I telling to my Linux machine? Hey, I want you to delete D1. But where is D1? EC2 user. So what is Linux is going to do? First, they will go to EC2 user. Okay, so they will check whether the EC2 user directory is present inside the home or no. Is there any EC2 user directory inside home? Yes. Okay, then they'll go and they'll check whether the D1 directory is existing inside the EC2 user or no. Is there any? Yes. Okay, then let me delete it. Understood? So do you want to check whether it is really got deleted? Okay. So that is also you can check from there. I am not confusing you. Say this. Tree command will perform. Can you see D1 inside the EC2 user? All right. Got deleted. And I deleted from home directory. I didn't even come there. Come here. Got it? Everyone? Yes. Okay. So practice this. I know it is a lot, but practice this and come and let me know if you have any questions in the next session. While you're practicing or something, write it down. We'll clear it in the next session better. Okay. Sorry, I took a lot of time today, half an hour extra. Sorry for that. Any which way, yeah. So any doubts still here? Anybody?
No.
No? Is it okay? What's Somchit, Atul, Gauri? Basil, tell me.
Yeah,
Right,
we are
yeah.
good. We are good.
We are good. Okay, great. Okay, then we'll see you on the next session better. Okay, practice and come. Okay, and let me know if we have any questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.